Hey guys, welcome back here to the Mopar Nationwide series. We are back once again after about a week off. I am back from Kentucky Speedway. It was a great weekend and all that. Just a heads up before I record this, there will be diecast reviews up. If for those that watch those videos will be up as well, hopefully soon. I'll have to get them recorded. But anyway, we're back with NR Zone 3 leagues and starting off here in the Mopar Nationwide series. We are back and we're going to the Atlanta Motor Speedway here today for the running of the Nicorette 300. Now, race 7 here is going to be interesting. 33 laps. Pit stops has been a factor in a lot of these races. It probably will be once again. And another race up on the line for these drivers, hungry for a victory. And probably a couple of the hungriest drivers in the series are here on the front row wanting a win. Randy Carpenter, once again, up here qualifying well. He's been one of the more consistent qualifiers this season. He had his breakout race last week at Memphis, and he got a top 5 finish. I believe he finished 3rd. And he is sporting great clips once again this week. Brought him some luck, so he's going to be on the pole today for the first time this season. On the outside of him is Seth Cole, who's a driver needing a good run in that 52. The president of the NSCRA is having a dismal season starting off. So far, I believe he is 38th in the standings. And he needs a good run. Rohit Vaderview, another driver, been in a couple of positions to win races, but pit stops have really cost him, pitting, bad time, and all that. And Rohit right now is going to start 3rd in the One Main Financial Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Xavier Livingston right there in the new colors this week. The 51 will start 4th. And then row 3 has the Williams brothers starting next to each other. Justin Williams, a rookie in the Holiday Inn Chevrolet, and Aaron Williams Jr. sporting South Point this week. Row 4 has Sean Galligan and James McLeod. And round out the top 10 is Michael Causey and Aaron Reed. We're going to look back for our points leader, Alex Jones, who's starting, I believe, mid-pack. He's actually starting toward the back. There you see Jones right there. He is starting back in the 33rd position, and Michael Norman came for second in the points, starting dead last back there with last week's winner Charles Jackson both in the back row. So let's see what happens. But we're not going to hold you guys any longer. We're going to get ready for the starting command and the start your engines, hopefully, and all the radio chatter. And get ready to go
Drivers,
racing.
start your engines!
We don't need anything over the top today. We got a good race car, we got a good driver, we got a good pit crew. All we got to do is everybody carries their weight transport. It'll be just fine.
At the end of pit road, the last pit box is the timing line. The last white line on pit exit is the line. Big thumbs up, my friend.
Anyway,
have a good time.
Here's your look at today's starting lineup for the Nicorette 300. There's your look at today's starting grid for race number 7 of the season here in the Mopar Nationwide Series Season 3. As you go by the Bill Elliott grandstand back there, you see his face. Hey, Bill. And the pace car is going to head down pit road as Randy Carpenter and Seth Cole on the front row lead them down to the green flag and get this race going here in Atlanta. Waiting for the green flag, and there it is. And there's the green flag. We are racing here in Atlanta. Carpenter got the jump on Seth Cole, but you know, that could have been strategy for the 52. You get stuck on that high star, you start falling back just a little bit. And what I've seen in the practice race here, the drivers not necessarily being in the back is not a bad thing. It's easy to get up here. You'll see in a few laps probably how easy it is to get back to the front, but how easy it is also to drop to the back. Excuse me there, and we're going to have a battle for the lead coming to the line to lead the first lap, and it's going to be Randy Carpenter leading. Seth Cole kind of waited just a little bit too late. He didn't get him at the line, but he will get him into turns number 1. Justin Williams and Sean Galligan, a couple of Chevy Impalas right behind Seth. And now they're going under him, trying to take the lead. With Michael Causey tied for the all-time win list. Actually, yeah, that's what it is, I'm pretty sure. He is there up in the top 5 right now on the 17. He needs a good run, sporting 5th, 3rd bank this week. The Cup driver in that car, Tim Freilich, is also driving 5th, 3rd bank. It's a big weekend for them. They're going to try to get one of their cars in Victor Lando, and possibly both. And look at that 22 car. Another new look to this season for this team. That is the Caterpillar Dodge Challenger. That is a Ward Burton throwback paint scheme for Eric Burton for Penske Racing. Throwing a shout out to Bill Davis Racing. And speaking of Penske Racing, there comes his teammate for the lead, Jake Rogers. They're going to go 4 wide almost for the lead. Yikes. Justin Williams led the last time by. Jake Rogers will lead that time. Jake Rogers, another driver needing some good luck. He's had a dismal season as well. Jake's needing a good run. Sean Henley is now taking the lead in the 6 car. And the Great Clips Chevrolet, another Great Clips car. That is Danny Wells in the 5 car with Daniel Hummel in the Travis Pastrana paint scheme right behind him. That colorful car right behind him. You got Joshua Osborne, the 3rd car in line at 81, as Danny will lead that lap. We'll take a look through the field right now, see what's going on in the back. Here's Joshua Mudd, the Las Vegas winner. He's back here with last week's winner from Memphis, Charles Jackson. That's Brody Banter in a Kodak paint scheme, a throwback for Morgan McClure Motorsports. They're driving this paint scheme this week, following Cody Lamas, who's in Interstate Baggage for the first time this season. The K&N Ford up there, that's Richard Johnson. That's the first week he's been in that car. And again, these drivers don't need to freak out, dropping back to the back right off the bat, because it doesn't take many laps to get back toward the front, and they have to think about the pit stop that could happen up here as well. So Austin Ogo back there. There's Aaron Reed slipping back. James Qualls in the middle. Sam Young's working his way up to the front. There's the pole sitter, Randy Carpenter, stuck in the middle behind Steven Gonzalez. Cole Daly right there in the 9. There's Xavier Livingston going back. Here's Michael Norman. He started dead last in this race. He's already worked his way halfway up through the field. We'll see where he's at the line. And Michael Norman was still updating. He was 20th, so he's already worked his way up. 7 laps in, he's already halfway through the field. Charles Jackson didn't make the same progress as him. Brian Acosta, Jack Rafston, another driver needing to get around that 14. There's Jack Richards. Luke Walker right in the battle with Joshua Osborne, following the 5 of Danny Wells. Mike Becker up there as well, running well. Zohar Mund, another driver who should have won at Bristol and needing the win. He's going to happen. He's 41st in the standings. He needs a good run. There's Alex Jones, the point there. He worked his way up there. Didn't take long for him to work his way up. He's going under Daniel Voiles. And he has Danny Wells and Jake Rogers under him. There's Dylan Young. He's starting in the back as well. Anthony McCurry running up there. We got the battle for the lead. Rhett Yates led last time by. That's another driver needing a good run. And Chris Dollarton, 82. That Dodge Challenger will lead this time by, and Dollarton to the lead. Now, there's a lot of drivers that need good runs today. And Dollarton is trying to think where he is at in points. I believe he's not running that well. Dollarton came here 24th in the standings. Michael Causey right behind him in the 33rd. I think I just heard something. Maybe not. I thought I heard scraping back here. I guess I was wrong. Not sure. There was a couple cars right there, right against the wall just about. I thought Daniel Hummel was. 60 cars way up the track. Go back up here. Galligan trying to work his way up, following the points there. Alex Jones going through the field a little bit more. There's Zohar. He's starting to slip up. Cody Lamas. Michael Norman's up to the 3rd position. He's really working his way up in that 88 car. See, like I said, it doesn't matter if you start in the back. It doesn't take long to get to the front. And he's already up to 3rd, but Jack Richards now challenging him for that position in that Ground Boss Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing, and move Richards up to the 3rd position. We got a battle for the lead. Michael Causey going after Chris Dollarton for the lead. Causey's looking for another win. I believe if he wins again, it'll be his 6th career win. And he'll move past Ryan Acosta for the most wins in the all-time list here in the Mopar Nationwide Series history. Acosta still in the series. He cannot find a win back here. He won 5 races in season 1. Didn't win in season 2. I don't remember. And Acosta's actually, I don't know where he's at on the track. He's kind of towards the back, I believe. Or he's in the back. Back here with James Qualls. Cole Daly's way up the track. Sam Young. Seth Cole's back here as well. Daniel Hummel and Joshua Osborne. And Trent Dunham's in the back. Dunham's back in the Bass Pro colors. He's having a bad run right now at the moment. Let's update some of these drivers that are starting toward the front. Oh, there's contact. They're 4 wide. Rogers and Munton made some contact, and Henley slid by all 3 of them, including Aaron Williams Jr. I believe Dylan Young might just got a piece of the wall. I'm not sure. Henley just gained about 4 spots in that corner. Now he's going after Joshua Collard right there in the 7. Collar toward the front. We haven't talked about him. There's Aaron Reed. Could be a sleeper today. Along with Richard Johnson. Austin Ogo, another driver, needs a good run badly. Barney Ward up here. I heard somebody in the wall that time. I think I did. I think Cole Daly got in the wall. There's Cole right there. I believe he did get in the wall. I don't know, he's really high though right now. And there are people making pit stops. Oh, and I heard a wreck. Oh, there's a car flipping. There's Austin Ogo. I can't get to the replay. Oh, there's damage to Ryan Acosta. Randy Carpenter, the pole sitter's in it. The camera angles are awful here. Who else got a piece of it? There's Hummel. He had a piece of it, I believe. Ryan Acosta. Xavier Livingston might have a piece of it. There's Austin Ogo. He was upside down in that 21 car. If I can figure out which camera I was on. I don't know if anybody else had damage, but the caution's out. There's Luke Walker. And Luke needed... Oh, that's a guy up in the standings. Third in the standings, Luke Walker. 20 points out of Alex Jones' points lead. He's in trouble in that 2 car. Damage to the front end of that car. Looking to see if anybody else has damage. His cars are... There's a strategy car. Half the field looks like they're coming in, half are not. Oh, Joshua Collar, I saw him have damage. Dylan Young had damage in the back of his 64 car. There's the damage. Barney Ward has some side damage. And Michael Norman started dead last today. Halfway through this race, he's leading here in Atlanta. But we had a huge wreck coming down towards the turn 4 area. Some cars were peeling off to head to pit road, and I guess people got stacked up and it caused a big wreck. And I sent Austin Ogo flying. He collected some other drivers, including third in the standings, Luke Walker. As we're under caution for the first time today here in the Nicorette 300, we're going to see the replay and see what exactly happened to bring out this caution. Alright, here's about mid-pack. Austin Ogo was running 15th last time by at the line at this point. He's on the inside of Barney Ward. Justin Williams, his teammate, jumps under him, and Richard Johnson makes it 4 wide. And now cars are starting to decide they're coming down pit road. You see like Danny Wells and them on the bottom. And just Barney Ward hooked the 21. It looks like he catches that fender, and they go on the wall. 32 and the 21 make contact. Ogo's another driver not needing a bad run. He's down the points. Luke Walker, I think somebody the one hits him. Oh, there was a wreck behind them. There's where Luke hits Austin Ogo, hits him back in the wall, and the 21 car goes flipping over. And look at Seth Cole. Does he avoid? Oh, he got a little piece of it. I don't know how much it hurt him. James Qualls got a piece of it as well. James is up there in the standings, I thought. Maybe not. And they're still piling in. Austin Ogo's sliding out right. Oh, did he get into Rhett Yates? I think Rhett Yates hit him. Look at Joshua Osborne and Sam Young get through. Rhett Yates, he did get a piece of it in the 15. He hits him. But now we got to go back and see what happened behind them. There was another wreck that happened behind them. It happened around this area with Randy Carpenter, the pole sitter. Look at Daniel Hummel in the 60 car. He's down there. I don't know if he slides up. Actually, it may have been between the 7 and the 64. Here's Joshua Collard. And Ryan Acosta is going to get back into Daniel Hummel. Sends him up the racetrack. He's going to catch Collard and Young. Acosta and Hummel right there. There's Carpenter. He gets into it. Jake Rogers gets a tiny piece of it. There goes Ogo flipping over. Catches the side of Seth Cole. There's Eric Burden back there. And Xavier Livingston slowing up. Cole Daly's just hitting the wall trying to avoid. And a lot of cars involved in this wreck. And Austin Ogo just went for a wild ride here today in that 21 car. We'll go on board with that 21 car and see what he saw. Alright, we're going right on board with the... you can't read it, Daryl. Whatever that paint scheme is. And we're going to see what exactly this 21 Chevrolet saw as Austin Ogo goes for a wild ride going into turn number 3 and 4. Contact right there. Hit by the 2 cars, but tipped him over back to the wall, and there goes Ogo for a ride. He gets hit by a couple of cars. 15 right there, and that's it for Ogo. Right at the entrance of pit road, car smoking. And Austin Ogo's done for the day. Let's go around board with another car and see what they saw. We'll get on the Great Clips onboard camera of Randy Carpenter, the pole sitter, and see what he saw that collected him and probably ended his chance of winning today here in Atlanta. And this is what Randy saw. Right there, there's the contact from the 60 and the 09. See Ogo up there flipping. A lot of cars are damaged. Tough break for Carpenter, who's hoping for a good run today after starting on the pole. Doesn't look like it's going to happen today, but a multi-car crash today, including Austin Ogo going for a flip brings up the first caution day here in the Nicorette 300. We'll be back for the restart and maybe possibly more pit stops under the caution. And just to update the field, Michael Causey and some of the others we saw did come down pit road. There's Anthony McCurry, Aaron Reed, Rohit Vaderview, Stephen Gonzalez, Seth Cole, Josh McCollar, Jason Rogers, James Qualls, Xavier Livingston, Daniel Hummel, Eric Burden, Jack Rasmussen on pit road, Randy Carpenter, Luke Walker are still on pit road. I believe the 82 pitted as well. We got cars actually coming down this time. Actually got a lot of leaders. There's the 82. He already had pitted, but now these drivers are coming down this lap. Includes leader Michael Norman, second in the standings. They come down pit road. This is actually a pit road camera, but oh well. We're going to keep an eye on this right here as the cars head to their pit stalls. Ryan Acosta has dropped out of the race. I just saw Randy Carpenter drop out of the race as well. Top break for those two drivers. We'll update it while we're here. Looks like they're the only two that dropped out. Oh, that's Austin Ogo dropped out, not Ryan Acosta. Oh yeah, he is out of the race too. There's Norman. He has a second pit stall at the end of pit road. Wow, that's crazy how he gets such a good pit stall. With Randy Carpenter out of the way, he had nobody in front of him. So Norman has a great pit stall now. As everybody comes running off pit road, including Mike Becker, Alex Jones, and Michael Norman looks like he's going to win off pit road. Maybe. Who else close? He barely beat Becker off. There's Jones, Mudd, Richard Johnson, Justin Williams, Jack Richards, Dylan Young, Sam Young, Aaron Williams, Charles Jackson, Zohar Mudden, Barney Ward, Sean Henley, Code Alley, Joshua Osborne, and Cody Wama. We'll get you back now for the restart and get this order to figure it out and get ready for maybe some more action-packed racing here at Atlanta. And we are back. We have one lap to go before the restart. As you saw, the three drivers that did drop out of the race, Randy Carpenter, Ryan Acosta, and Austin Ogo are all out of today's race. Other drivers involved in the wreck are continuing on. And we have people pitting that I guess got down pit road before the caution came out, including who was up there at the time was Chris Dollarton. We had other people come down pit road for a second lap, and it kind of shuffled up the running order. So the running order is now this. Chris Dollarton is your race leader. Brody Banto's up to second. Daniel Voiles is third. Sean Galligan fourth. James McLeod fifth. Danny Wells sixth. Rhett Yates is in seventh. Despite getting a little bit of that damage from that wreck, Michael Causey is eighth. Trent Dunham's up to ninth, and Anthony McCurry is in 10th. Michael Norman, who was the leader of the second group down pit road, he'll come out in 22nd position. So we'll see what happens. But the pace car is off, and we got still 39 cars on the racetrack competing for the win here today in Atlanta. The Nicorette 300 is back underway as Dollarton lead them down to the green flag. It looks like Daniel Voiles back there got a terrible restart. He didn't get going. Held up Galligan and McLeod. I was looking back and looking at some of the stats for some of these drivers this season. Jason McLeod has the worst best finish of the season. 17th is his best finish this season in that 34 car. Everybody else has a better finish at least. And McLeod wants to definitely beat that out. McLeod's right now in position to do that. The man who dominated Memphis last week just couldn't get it done. And the caution came out, got trapped a lap down. Had a battle with Rohit Vaderview on the tail end of the lead lap ahead of the leaders to finish about 30th. So McLeod definitely needs this run as they're 3 wide for the lead. Dollarton, the outside, Banta in the middle, and Daniel Voiles, the rookie, to the inside in the 77 for Kyle Busch Motorsports. To the front for that car. McLeod and Michael Causey are going to try to make a charge behind him. We haven't talked about Voiles that much today. He's kind of been quiet most of the season. He's going to try to lead this lap. McLeod wants to lead it more. Causey's trying to push him ahead, but Daniel Voiles will lead the lap for the rookie. Now Michael Causey gets stuck in the middle. He's always right beside his friend Brody Banta. It seems like they just passed each other. And now Anthony McCurry following his teammate James McLeod through to second. Rohit Vaderview right there in third. He's at the end of this race. He wants to get a win. And Steven Gonzalez, where did he come from? He's been running out back all race. The Phoenix Racing one car, actually I should say the DEI Racing one car with a Phoenix paint scheme, to be more particular about it, is up here right now battling for third with James McLeod and going after Rohit Vaderview for second. I believe he's 39th in the points, or somewhat along those lines. Actually, he might be worse than that. Stevens had an awful season. Besides the one at Bristol, he's actually 40th in the standings. He has Trent Dunham coming to the inside of him in the 24. Couldn't make the move, but Trent Dunham's up to third place. The runner-up from last week at Memphis just couldn't get around Charles Jackson, and Trent would love to get another win. He only has one win in the series. That was at Phoenix last fall, the second to last race of the season. He'll have another shot at it. He doesn't get many chances. He believes this is his weak spot in the two series he's in between this and Mountain Dew Racing Series. He would love to get more competitive in this series, and he's stuck with his 24 team. Thinks they can get something going. And Seth Cole's now up here battling up amongst the top 5. We thought he had a lot of damage. He was done for the day, but he just got around Trent for the 5th position, I believe. Actually, it's 4th. It's Steven Gonzalez to the lead in the one car. He'll lead this lap. Very valuable bonus point. As Michael Causey is going to be coming around for that position. Luke Walker is off turn number 2 on the back stretch. They're going to catch him very quick. Look back, some of these cars are damaged. John Henley got hung up behind, I think, changed walls. Some of these cars are damaged and drifting toward the back. Let's see where Michael Norman is after that progress to pit road. Coming down the second group. So he's in the 17th position. There was a gap. I think there was a slow car in between. I think it was James Qualls that held them up. And look at this gaggle of cars up here. And Luke Walker is going to be up ahead. It's really going to change things how this is going to be. As Seth Cole is to the race lead. He led that lap against Jake Rogers to the inside. Now where's Luke Walker going to go? Oh, they're going to go inside of him. Wow, they kept the lead going. And Michael Causey and Steven Gonzalez got held up big time by the 2 car. Causey's trying to get around him. Steven Gonzalez is stuck straight behind him. That's been his kind of luck this season. And Steven's not getting away from him. He has too many cars to get inside of him. Oh, he's going to hold Michael Norman. Second in the standings, stuck behind him as well. And Steven Gonzalez is taking the biggest hit out of this group. What a shame. And now Michael's going to go under him, and he's still stuck behind him. That is a tough break for that 1 car. It's been about his luck this season. The field did get separated just a bit. And now Jake Rogers finds himself leading the race in the Mobile 1 Dodge. We're under 10 laps to go, and it's going to start getting antsy up here for the lead. Jake Rogers first, Daniel Boyle second. Aaron Reed up to third. He's going for second on Daniel Boyle right now in that 18 car. Reed, he definitely needs a good run. Reed's had a terrible kind of start to the season. He's had a lot of bad luck. Reed's going after Boyles right now and trying to chase down Jake Rogers for the lead. Danny Wells, another driver. The defending champion, did not get his season going. Seems like they just crashed. I thought I heard somebody hit the wall. I don't even know. Anyway, he's going after Aaron Reed for second. Danny needs a good run as well. Sean Galligan up in the top 5. Good run for him in that Pasco Chevrolet. Only his second race in this car. He needs a good run as well. He's trying to make up ground in the point standings. He's in 4th place right now at the moment. Chris Dollarton, who was the race leader on the restarts, in 6th. Seth Cole is 7th. Brody Banta 8th. James McLeod is 9th. And in the battle for 10th is between Jack Richards and Michael Causey, who's trying to gain some ground. He lost from getting stuck behind the slow Luke Walker car. And we're going back there. There's Steven Gonzalez. He took that hit right there. He dropped all the way back. It says he's in 30th position. He was battling for the lead not a couple laps ago. That is a tough break. Actually, I don't even know where he went. I was looking for the 2 car. There he is. It might be a factor again, possibly in this race. Jake Rogers is still trying to hang on to this lead. He has 4 laps to go. Aaron Reed's back up to second. Chris Dollarton's trying to make a run, and so is Seth Cole in the 52 car. He's up here. Some of the field's starting to catch up to this pack, but they're going to be running out of time if they don't watch it. Jake Rogers, I don't know if he has won a nationwide race at all. Top of my head. Oh, I think he's pitting, and Jake Rogers is coming to pit road. We got a lot of drivers pitting. The top 3 are not behind him. But they got to make sure they don't wreck coming to pit road. Looks like they're good to go. Now the strategy is into play. Jake Rogers, Sean Galligan, Daniel Boyles, James McLeod, Danny Wells, Trent Dunham, Brody Banter, Rhett Yates, and Joshua Collard on pit road for the first round. Well, these other drivers have to pit. Aaron Reed, Seth Cole, and Chris Dollarton, they're going to the bottom. They look like they are heading to pit road. Will anybody be able to stretch it? Aaron Williams Jr. staying out. Jack Richards, Richard Johnson are staying out as well. And so is Joshua Mudd. We got still some others staying out. Reed, Cole, Dollarton, Causey, Anthony McCurry, Rohit Fairview, and others are coming down pit road as the first group of drivers are heading back out. Jake Rogers, saw him. What are these top 4 going to do? Is any of these 4 right here going to try to stretch it? Williams has not been talked about all race. Is he slowing down? No, he's not. Williams is not going to pit road. This looks like it's going to be the battle for the win. Aaron Williams Jr. has been not talked about all day long. Started 6th, drops to the back when they talked about him, and he gets the white flag. Jack Richards, Richard Johnson, and Joshua Mudd are in contention for this, but can they catch up? Williams, I don't know if they pitted again or they got enough fuel, but he might have been saving toward the back. And Williams is trying to stretch it around to the finish line. Jack Richards, Richard Johnson, or Joshua Mudd don't look like they have anything for him. And out of nowhere, through pit strategy, Aaron Williams Jr. is going to come down and pick up the win. His first win of the season. He wins here at Atlanta and wins the Nicorette 300. How about that? Actually, that's his second win, I should say, of the season. He won back at Auto Club a couple of weeks ago and finished last week. So the last 3 weeks for Aaron Williams has been first, 42nd, and first. just like that, we got our first repeat winner of the season as Aaron Williams, through pit strategy, hangs on, then holds off Jack Richards and the others, and Aaron Williams is going to victory lane. How about that? So it looks like those drivers did find a way to make it work. Wow, didn't even see that one coming at all. And he had to work his way back up in the point standing. He was ninth coming in here. He lost the ground he gained at Auto Club with last week's finish at Memphis. And how about that? Congrats to Aaron Williams for picking up his second win of the season. And just complete surprise right there of that victory. And only 9 cars, actually 8 cars finished on the lead lap. Jack Richards will end up second, good run for him. Richard Johnson will end up third. Joshua Mudd fourth. Mike Becker, good run for him in fifth. And Sean Henley, those drivers were in the back and were stuck in traffic and never were going to catch back up. They were running in the 30s, I believe. They hang on. Those two Fords get fifth and sixth. Michael Norman, second in the standings, ends up seventh somehow. Cody Lama is eighth. Daniel Hummel is ninth, a lap down. And Jake Rogers, who was in the catbird seat, looked like he was going to get the win today, will end up 10th, a lap down. Has to be a disappointment for that 12 team. Tough break for him, but a solid top 10 for the 12 car. Aaron Reed went to 11th, Sean Gallagher in 12th, Seth Cole 13th, Daniel Boyles 14th, Danny Wells 15th, Brody Banta, Michael Causey, Rhett Yates, Trent Dunham, and Jack Rasmussen your top 20. And then look at the rest of your field. Joshua Collard, Xavier Livingston, James McLeod, Rohit Vaderview, and Steven Gonzalez your top 25. Charles Jackson, last week's winner, will end up 26th. Joshua Osborne 27th, Justin Williams 28th, Eric Burton 29th, and Anthony McCurry will end up 30th. Sam Young, Cole Daly, Alex Jones has had 2 bad weeks now. He finished 26th last week. Now he finishes 33rd this week. I believe he's going to lose his points lead. Jones is starting to have a couple of bad runs. He'll end up 33rd. Dylan Young, 34th. James Qualls, 35th. Barney Ward, 36th. And you got the guards that were slow. Luke Walker, 37th. And Chris Dollarton and Zohar Martin, what happened to them? The 82 and the 99 ended up 3 laps down for some reason. Dollarton was the leader on the final restart. I know Zohar was up there in the mix for a while. I don't know if anything happened though. I might have to go back and look and see if something happened. We got cars actually still on the track driving around. I'll have to check that. Then you got Randy Carpenter, Ryan Acosta, and Austin Ogo were the 3 cars that did not finish the race. And there's actually Zohar and Dollarton coming off pit road. I do see damage to their cars, so I have to go back and see what happened to them somewhere during that pit stop, or maybe after it. Alright, here's Dollarton on his pit stop. Let's see if anything happens. He came in. I think he took 2 tires like a lot of these drivers did, or he might took fuel only. Dollarton's going to leave pit road. I don't know if Zohar... There's Zohar. Oh, they'll make contact right here. Zohar can get in his pit stall and whoa! Dollarton gets flipped over. What in the world? Hold on. Is that really happening? Dollarton's car is sitting on his side while Zohar's going to make a pit stop. How does that happen? Wow. Both their cars reset, and they just sit on pit road like they usually do when something happens, like a wreck or they get stuck. So that's what happened to Dollarton and Zohar Martin. That took them out of their good run. Wow. I've never seen something like that before, when somebody gets flipped over like that in pit road. Wow. He got stuck on his side. It wasn't even like flipped over, just stuck on his side on top of Zohar's car. That's maybe the definition of car sex. We don't know, but that was very interesting right there. But that's what happened to Dollarton and Martin, and it's a tough break for Zohar and Chris. Their day's going to go to waste now with this bad run. And especially for Dollarton, who, again, like I said, was the leader on the final restart, will end up very far deep in the field with Zohar Martin. Go back to the finishing results one last time before we go to the post-race. Alright, here's one last look of the results. And again, congratulations to Aaron Williams Jr. on picking up the victory in a fuel mileage situation. Fuel strategy and everything worked. The strategy for the 33 team got some of those drivers up there, probably the top 8 got them strategy. That might have been why Michael Norman was so far behind on that final restart as well. He probably didn't make ground because he was saving fuel, and it pulled off, or it paid off I should say, and got a 7th place finish. Looking through the results one last time, remember again to comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, like I always say every race. And thanks for watching, guys. This is the Nicorette 300 Atlanta Motor Speedway race number 7 of season 3 in the Mopar Nationwide Series. Thanks again for watching, guys, and stay tuned for next week for race number 8, and stay tuned for the Mountain Race Series as they head to Atlanta as well. Thanks again for watching, and one last time, congratulations to Aaron Williams Jr. on picking up the win here in Atlanta.